It is now my privilege to introduce to you Captain Frank Vitale. Captain Vitale is a Valley Forge Military College alumnus from the class of 1994. He earned a degree in criminal justice while serving as the Cadet Regimental Sergeant Major of the Corps and the student body president. He is also a recipient of the Order of Anthony William Award, Valley Forge Military College's highest leadership distinction. With nearly 2 decades of service in the U.S. Army, Reserves, and the West Virginia Army National Guard, he achieved the rank of captain and concluded his military career as the Senior Officer Instructor for the Officer and Cadet School with the 197th Regional Training Institute at Camp Dawson, West Virginia. Captain Vitale remains actively involved on numerous professional and civic boards, including the National Veteran Women Business Association, the West Virginia National Guard Foundation, and the West Virginia Public Education Collaborative. He currently serves as the President and CEO of Forge Business Solutions, which he founded in 2017, is the former civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army, and holds an appointment as the Adjunct Assistant Professor at West Virginia University. Captain Vitale is also an Amazon #1 bestseller with his book, Forge Ahead, How to Build a Winning Strategy in Business, Life, and Wrestling. Captain Vitale will be speaking on this month's character development theme, loyalty. Joining us now at the podium, Captain Frank Vitale.
Thank you, Cadet Farrier, and thank you, members of the Corps. Appreciate you having me here today. Loyalty. I couldn't be more excited to talk about such an important topic with each of you today. Superintendent Helpson, Chaplain White, Ms. Lindsay Clark, members of the board, faculty and staff, alumni, families, and most importantly to me, members of the Corps of Cadets. It is truly an honor to be with you today. I can't help but to be overcome with some emotion as I walk around a campus that was so important to me. And I realize today that this institution continues to build up who I am. It is part of my foundation. It seems like yesterday that I spoke from this lectern at graduation as the president of the student body, and I had a chance to address my fellow classmates and my wonderful professors, members of the administration, and all of those along the way that have helped me and so many of us have an opportunity to actually go out there and do something great. Winston Churchill once said that history will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. Well, I would submit to you today that each and every one of you has an opportunity because of the foundation provided not only from this school, but from your families, from your upbringing, and from those that care about you. Each of you have the opportunity to write your own history, and I would encourage you to do that. Valley Forge did not just train me, it transformed me to a life of service through courage, honor, and comfort. It is not a banner, but it is the standard. It is the standard by which you will have the opportunity to live your life, to demonstrate through example. St. Francis of Assisi once said, "Preach at all times and use words only when necessary." We are to be the example, and Valley Forge has allowed me to be an example, and it will allow you to do the same. Loyalty. I want to give you a definition of loyalty so that we're talking about the same thing, so that the nomenclature that I'm using with a very important word resounds something inside of you that stirs something, that means something, that when you leave here today, you will leave different. Leadership is a deep and unwavering commitment and devotion, marked with faithfulness and steadfastness, even when faced with adversity. We will often face adversity. Life is full of challenges. And I'm going to be 52, and those of you that have lived that long or longer, you understand when I talk about adversity and challenges. Not every day is rainbows and unicorns. We face challenges on the battlefield. We face them off the battlefield. We face them in the boardroom. We have to make tough decisions as parents and as business leaders and as civic leaders. Those times, and during those times, we have to rely on the foundation that has been built in us. The courage to face those challenges. And being loyal, most importantly, to yourself is what matters. Because I would submit to you that things will change, conditions will change, political climates will change. But what must remain is the loyalty that each and every one of you has to your very own ideals. It is critical as a cadet, but also in life, that you remain steadfast and loyal to what is important and what matters most, your values. I learned loyalty as a cadet. I carried it as a Regimental Sergeant Major of the Corps and as Student Body President. I became loyal to those that I served, and they were loyal to me in the mission, not personally loyal to me, but loyal in the mission, in placing service above self. That is what we were loyal to. As an Army officer, I had the honor, but the burden and privilege of leading. Leading can be heavy at times. Leading can weigh you down at times. But being loyal to the values that you have and the mission and doing the right thing will push you through. As a father of 3 kids, it's important that they see that I am demonstrating loyalty. Loyalty to my family, which is an institution in and of itself. Loyalty to the things that are important to me. Loyalty to Valley Forge, which is why I made this trip, and I'm honored to be with you today. I am here today out of loyalty. Now I want to address something that is probably weighing on your minds today. It's weighing on my mind and my heart as well. When I read earlier in the week that the Board of Directors has announced the closing of the Academy after this academic year. But I would submit to you that while this lands heavy, and I'm speaking specifically to those of you that are Academy cadets, and those of you that are faculty, those of you that may be parents, those of you that may be graduates of the Academy, I'm speaking to you specifically. I want you to understand, I want you to hear me. Valley Forge is not about brick and mortar, parade fields, or cannons. Valley Forge is a state of mind and spirit. No one can ever take that away from you. No one. Loyalty means that we will finish well together and carry Forge ahead. That's what loyalty is. Even if you only spend one day as a cadet at Valley Forge, you are forever changed. Valley Forge is in your heart and your mind, and it will never leave, whether the doors are open or the doors are closed. So carry that with pride. Carry that with a sense of duty, that you will continue to fly the flag and be the champion of a school that you gave commitment to, and it gave it back. Loyalty is important through courage. Courage is staying loyal to what is right, especially when it costs. When we think about the meaning of character, character is often defined as what we do or say when no one is looking. Well, we must continue to be loyal even at a cost. That's how we are able to build trust and respect from others. But I want you to understand that it is important to be loyal to your values even when you fall, and fall you will. We all fall and fall short of the glory of God. We all make mistakes. But it's important to understand that when we do fall, it's about getting back up. It's about recovering. And it's about leading once again. Being loyal to what Valley Forge has taught us. It's not about stripes or rank, because I will tell you that that is borrowed. But character, ladies and gentlemen, is permanent. It is imbued in our soul, the character that we build and we develop. And that character is forged by both adversity and it is forged by success. But I will tell you that it is mostly forged by adversity and challenges. Now, when I was a regimental sergeant major, I had unbelievable mentorship in this academic institution. I was able to learn from so many people, not only leaders that had been on the battlefield, but smart, talented faculty who believed in me and built a sense of pride and courage. I learned from them. But I will tell you that as the RSM here, I had a lot of responsibility with about 700 cadets at that time, and there was a lot going on. And I made mistakes. Sometimes I was too harsh. Sometimes I wasn't always fair. But I had to understand what was important to me. And then General Sinelli, who was the chaplain here at the time, I would often come here in one of these front pews, and I would pray. Pray for courage. Pray for knowledge and wisdom, so that I could right my wrongs, and that I could go back and face those that I was responsible for leading, and get back up and demonstrate to them that yes, I'm not perfect, but I am here for the right reason, and I'm going to lead by conviction and courage of doing the right thing. It's important to admit when you make a mistake. It's important to own it. And so being loyal to those principles gave me the courage to stay loyal to what is right, even when it costs. It was mentioned that I wrote a book. That book is called Forge Ahead. And so, why did I call it Forge Ahead? Why am I the president and CEO of Forge Business Solutions? Because of the value that I place on my time at Valley Forge. Valley Forge, as I mentioned, transformed me. In my book, I talk about showing up and contributing at your best level. Always be your best, even when your best is on a bad day. And maybe sometimes our best isn't at standard, but always do your best. It's important to build that innate characteristic in you, that I'm going to do my best no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what the resources that are available to me. Winston Churchill also said, never give in, never, never, never. Nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in, except in the convictions of honor and good sense. So, sometimes when we face those challenges, it's easy to give up, right? You may be thinking about that, some of you, about the news that came this week. But I tell you to finish strong, finish stronger than ever. 2 Timothy in Scripture said, finish the race, and I have finished